Welcome back, guys, for part 2 of our US steel industry. And I'm telling you, I've been looking at this. I think it's going to be a part 3 because there's a hell of a lot of building to do. So get ready for a manic build fest. I have actually replaced all of these that I put in with passenger stations with cargo stations. Of course, I did that deliberately to entertain you. Yeah, because I knew you'd love it if I did that. Yeah, right. So, shipping up to here. Now, I've loaded a new mod, guys. You'll like this. Because obviously the boats come up to here. And then they have to go up to here and then turn around and then come up here and turn around. And it's a bit of a nightmare. So, no more of that. Goodbye. And I've loaded up the left-right-sided docks mod. Freight docks. So now, and it actually defaults to left, which is the way we want it. So before, it was pointing that way. Let's get the, we want to. Before it was pointing that way, and now we can just flip it around and put it that way. Hooray! And there was much rejoicing. I think we're going to put it. Right, let's pop it in there. Look at that. We've got a lovely straight run in. Well, fairly straight running. You know what? I'm actually going to replace it because I want to try and get these bends out if I can. So I'm out. It would have been really nice in there, but I think we'll straighten it up a little bit. How does that look? Right, straighten the bends out a little bit. Okay, you know what? We'll live with that. I can always play around with this. It's not like a big deal. Let's get a little road in. Now, this is going to be the thing. Can I get a road through there? And the answer is, yeah, I can. Hooray! Oh my God, something's working, guys. Bodes well for the rest of the episode. Okay, let's get rid of that little bit of road there. Smooth that off. Get that out of the way. Okay, so our steel is going to come. Our coal and iron come up to here, right, and then get transferred by road across this bridge, and then by rail up to here. Now, what I want is for the actual steel to come back to this docks. That's the plan. So, not a problem here. The steel can go directly from, well, assuming this is in range. Is it in range? Yes, it is. The steel can get dumped directly to there. So, we've got to get the steel back from here to here. Well, not a problem here because the trucks will ship, like, whatever. They can carry anything. But the trains we've got on here won't carry steel back because steel has to be in state cars. So, let's upgrade this to a 2 platform. Yep, that's what I want. Let's upgrade this to a 2 platform. Come on, upgrade 2 platform. Apply. Cha-ching. Get rid of you. Now, I'm going to do this. Okay. Down this end. I'll redo this bit. And I'm going to have to redo that. I'm going to have to redo that. God, amazing how one little change you have to redo so much. I've also changed the tracks on the TP mainline to high speed, and I've got them. I've got the higher wathers being replaced. No, you don't go in there. No, bad track. This comes along here. Now I've got that. Yep, that's fine. That's going to come into there. That is going to come into this platform like that. Cha-ching. That is going to hook up to this, hopefully. No, apparently it's not. What the hell? Why won't you hook up? So you'll hook up that way. Crazy piece of track. You can come up, let's say, to about, well, actually, just hook you up there. That'll do. Cool. And then we want to just run this all the way up to, let's pop a signal in there. And we want a similar arrangement at the other end, don't we? Yep, we do. So we want a signal there and there. Let's open that up. So we're going to want a new line. And this is going to be our first steel line. So this is going to be TF steel 1. Yeah, and it's going to run from... Oops, try turning that on, you idiot. It's going to run from there down to there. And let's pick a, I don't know, that's a nice grey. Grey for steel. It's not grey, I mean it's lilac or something. Well, that's grey actually. Let's have proper grey. There we go. TF iron and coal. It's this line. There we go. So what have we got on there? How many cars did I put on? Like 15 or something? I think it was 15, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. So here we're going to have 2 trains. We're going to have Mikado with... Now, these are going to be state cars. For, yeah, steel. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We want 2 of those. Cha-ching. And those go on... What is it? TF Steel 1. Boom. Right. So we've now got our steel being shipped down to here. The trucks will automatically carry it back over to here. The only problem is that is not in range of that docks. It's just occurred to me. So that needs to go. Let's smooth that out. Smooth that out. Okay, that's enough. Right. I'm pretty sure that line... Oh, it has switched over. Good. All right, so it picked that up. Okay, so we've got our steel being shipped down here. Steel going... So all our steel is going to go onto here. The ships can now carry the steel back, so they're going to be running full... Well, hopefully they'll be running full both ways. Hooray! We might get profitable ship line. And then when they get down to this end here, they're going to come down here. They're going to unload it here. Now, I could have the ships go like all the way down to where we're actually going, which is down here, right? But, nah. I'm not going to do that. They're going to bring it down to here, and then, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted the left-right side docks. If I get another docks, you can already see. Turn this round like this. It's like put them together so it looks like one building, like that. How's that? Is that cool? I think that's quite cool. Right, let's smooth it down so it doesn't look horrible. Okay, so now the question is, are these docks in range of each other so that they can swap from one to the other? And the answer is, yeah, they are. Hooray! I don't just throw this all together. It's all planned out. Right, so our boats can come straight in here, straight out. Excellent. And we're going to come down here. Now, the question is, do we have one harbour down here, or do we have 2 harbours down here? I guess we'd want you something like there. And then we'd want a second one. So that's going to feed that there-ish, I would think. Okay. Let's get a couple more lines in. New line. So, you are going to come from that dock to that dock. Yeah, smooth in, smooth out. All looking good. Yeah, nice. And then you are going to come from the same dock. Different terminal, though. And you're going to come down into this one. Hooray! Smooth in, smooth out. We're rocking. SF Steel 2. Boom. Okay. So now we've got to get it from the docks to the machine plant. Let's get rid of this bit of road there. We'll have a nice large country road. Coming straight up. That'll do. We'll have a curvy road for a change. And then over here, same kind of thing. And like that. And then hook that straight up to there. Cha-ching. And then we can hook that up like that. All right. So now we need some. Depots. So let's get some. I really need to load up the depots mod so we can have the nicer depots. That'd be kind of a nice idea, wouldn't it? It's going to be like right next to it. It's kind of crazy. Let's flip it around so we get a decent angle. So it's just going to be like this. That's just ridiculous. Oh dear. It's not in range of this, and there's no way I could get it in range, which is a bit of a shame. So we're going to have a silly little route there. How about something like that? Yeah, I think that works. Ooh, that's a little bit too lumpy and bumpy for me. I don't know what you think. If we put it in there, and then I take that section out and relay it. It should relay a little bit nicer. Yeah, so we want you. Yeah, there we go. Nice and smooth. And we'll just have a quick... no, turn it on high. Do it quicker. Yeah, let's have a quick smooth of that. Alright, that'll do. So now we need a couple more lines. God, new line. Man, it's crazy, isn't it? The amount of lines that we're putting in. So we need... you are going to run from... okay, you're the silly one that's going to run from there to there. And you are going to run from there to there. Let's put you down there. And the other one is going to go in... Can I maybe try and make you look like part of the docks? Put you down there or something. There we go. Wow. Let's have a little smooth along there. RF steel 2. Okay, so by road vehicles. We'll have the Fords. 1, 2. I don't know, let's just put like 4 on there, which is way overkill at the moment. This is RF steel 1, isn't it? RF steel 1. Boom, thank you. Then, back over to this one. Now, this is going to need more. So, I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's have 8 to start off with. We can refine it later. And you are going to go on RF steel 2. Now we need some boats running up and down to these. Well, we can use this dock again, can't we? Yeah, we can. Buy ships. It's going to be Klondikes. How many? I don't know. What do you think? 4 on one, 5 on the other, maybe? Yeah, sounds about right. It's like something like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to go on SF Steel 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to go on set line or SF Steel 2. Alrighty. So we've now got our steel being delivered to our machine factories. Okay. That's just to get steel into these 2 factories. Now, we've also got to get planks coming in here before we can actually make anything. Well, either planks or plastic. And, I don't know, maybe we'll do both. I'm not 100% certain. And then, we've got to get this stuff being shipped out somewhere. Right, so there's still a lot to do. But we actually have not completed this fully because the steel plants produce slag. And we need to do something with that slag. And what I was thinking is there is... where is it? It's over here somewhere, I think. Is it down here? Oh, here we go. There's a building, a construction materials plant there that would take the slag and convert it into something else. So I think that's where we're going to ship the slag to. Now I've got to decide where I'm going to get my planks from. So I've got to pick some forests and then pick some lumber yards. And the thing is, really, there's no lumber yards up here. So let me have a quick look around. There are tons of forests around. There's forests everywhere. There's loads of forests all over the place. But the closest planks is over there, right? And that's quite a long way away, right? And that's the closest one. The others are like, okay, there's one up there. There's one Where the hell? There's one there. And then, yeah, we're miles away now. There's one there, and there's one there. And I looked around the map. I think there are 5 on the map in total, planks. So, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. But in the meantime, just to get this running, we're going to use plastic, because steel and plastic makes machines. So we're going to make some plastic. And rather than use grain, now I could use grain. There's a farm here, and I could be shipping. Well, you know what? I was going to use oil. No, I'm going to use oil because you have to use 2 grain to make 1 plastic. So at max output, this is only going to produce like 800 plastic. This will produce 1600, but this will only do 800 plastic. So yeah, we'll use oil because oil is 1-to-1. So the nearest oil well is over here in Las Vegas. Well, Oz. This is actually Oz. Should change that, shouldn't I? Yeah, that's Oz. The Oz oil well. There we go. So, well, let's just do it. God knows how, but we're gonna do it somehow. How the hell am I gonna get plastic across here? Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. And there's the oil well, so I've got to go underneath this. Oh, good lord. Well, let's do it. Okay, so what you saw there was the time lapse of like the first hour of building. But I then went on to spend another 7 hours on this. Oh yeah, and I'll take you through. So I'll take you through the whole thing. So the whole plastic thing. We start off up here at the oil well, but as I realised, the oil needs the crude oil that this produces needs to be turned into oil. So our trains will pick up crude oil here, take it down to Oz South to this oil refinery where it will be turned into oil, and then the oil will be shipped back up along this route. And seriously, I should call this route the line from hell, because it was, I mean, it was fun, but it was a nightmare. It's like going under this, over this, and I did really like that bridge. That bridge turned out really well. Under this one, and then through this mountain, and then here, I'd actually had a hell of a game with this, because you can see the height difference from up at the tunnel to down here. It's really steep. So originally I had this down at this level, right, and it was like ridiculous. So I lifted this up, and then I had to play around with this middle one to like drop it down a little bit to try and get like a reasonably smooth gradient, and seems to be okay now. So so then we run the oil back up this line to the plastic factory. Then we turn the oil into the plastic, and the plastic gets shipped along here over the fields and through the mountain to this station, where it goes to the factory where we can make. Now we've got steel and plastic, so we can make tools and machines. But I'm probably also going to get some planks in here to increase production. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. And what else did I do? I then spent several hours doing everything that I did in episode 20, the missing episode 20, except that I did it better. So, for example, down here, I completely redid this, and you can see that now we've got these signals. A full set of signals across there. Now, originally we had the merge happening here, and I've moved the merge right up here. So this is a lot better going into this station. The only line we're using on the other side is going into platform 1, and then this is using platform 2, 3. Yeah, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7, which leaves us platform 4 and platform 8 to use on the other side if we want to. I put here. We're doing the food that we did in episode 20, and rather than the way I did it last time, I did what I said I wanted to do, which was to put in a flying junction. So trains coming up this line. Here we go. So trains coming up this line can go off to this side, and then they go across this bridge, so there's no interruption to the passenger service. And then coming down, they just merge onto the line here. So that's a lot more elegant. Although I have put in this bridge rather than the newer bridge, which I don't know. It shouldn't be a problem though, I don't think. What is it speed-wise? Let's just double check. Yeah, it's still 80, which is the limit of the curve, so the bridge isn't a problem. Okay, so that was that. These trains are set to convert to alcos, the little alcos with 4 boxcars each, and there's going to be 2 trains rather. I had one with 5. It's going to be 2 with 4, and then I've put a couple of trains on the line, the other line down there. Yeah, oh God, which I can't remember the name of. I think it's going to like Elizabeth Food. So TF Elizabeth Food, I think. Here we go, TF Elizabeth Food. And yeah, I've put two trains, I think with 10 cars. Yeah, 2 trains with 10 cars each to ship the food down. So that's that. What else have I done? I've also added in, once the plastic gets down here, I've put in this road with this rather majestic tunnel, so that we can ship plastic to the other factory by road. And we've got a bunch of cars, a bunch of vehicles, like 6 road vehicles, those Fords. So that's it. So these 2 factories are operational now. Then what happens? Well, the steel that gets produced from here can be shipped by this back down to here. And then from here, because it's linked to this, and so is this, the steel can be will be shipped to the harbour, and then the ships can take the tools and machines that are produced, not the steel. The tools and machines that are produced will be shipped by ship back up here. So we're shipping steel down, we're shipping tools and machines back. So that's an efficient line. And then when we get up here, I've put in a line and a bridge. And I've actually put in 2 lines, Angel Wheel GP1 and GP2. And if I bring up this, you can see that we're shipping into the industry and the commerce. And machines and tools, I think it's tools are for commerce and machines are for industry. And we're covering most of the city. But then there is a bit out here, and it made me think, and I had a really good idea. And I haven't done this yet, but we're gonna do this. And that is to expand our distribution, as well as getting this bit here potentially. I'm not 100%. I mean, I would cover this side as well. I mean, potentially we might be able to get rid of that. But to get it up to Silver Fennekin and also down to Elizabeth, I thought if we put in a freight station just about here, right, and had like 4 platforms, and had the passenger lines going through the 2 middle platforms, not stopping there, but having branches from the passenger lines through the outside platforms, right? And then we ship the machines and tools up here, which is already an existing line. The trucks will ship that up to the freight station, so that makes this line more effective. And then we can distribute the tools and machines to Silver Fennekin and to Elizabeth, which I thought would be really, really cool. And the way the trains would run, they would pick up from here, go up to Silver Fennekin, drop off, come back, stop again at this freight station, pick up again, go to Elizabeth, come back, stop, pick up. Yeah, how would that? I think that would be I'm very tempted to just do that. But we can do that after. Actually, we'll do that afterwards. Okay, so that's that. What else did I do? I spent quite a lot of time, like, I don't know, 2-3 hours, just going around working on terrain. So, like, making all the terrain a lot nicer. So, like, around here it was all over the place, and I've smoothed it all down, and I've worked. Like, this whole area here was a kind of a mess, and now it's much nicer. And you can kind of see the trains a lot better. So and I've gone like over like most of the map. Oh, I've also gone around and upgraded most of the lines to high-speed tracks. I've removed loads of catenaries. I've upgraded some of the stations. Just like loads of general kind of housekeeping type work. I told you that I've upgraded the TP mainline trains to higher wathers. We've only got 30 million left though. I spent almost 100 million on construction, and where's new vehicles? And 268 million on new vehicles. I mean, God knows how many lines we've put in, but it's a lot. So yeah, we've spent 365 million. Yeah, which is virtually all the cash. So we're going to be short cash for the next few years. till all of this gets running and working. The other thing that I did, one of my patrons asked me to name 4 trains on this food line, on the Savannah food line, I think it is. Yeah, on the Savannah food line. Where are we? Here we go. You remember there were 9 trains on here, and we had the EIO trains, right? Well, he wanted 4 trains called the Mac, the Old, the Mac, the Don, and the Ald. Now, I'm not gonna say who this is because it's a silly idea and it's a little bit embarrassing. It was Chris Winner. So I'm not going to say who it was. And here's the line, and here's the new setup. So it's the Old MacDonald had a farm, EIO. Very good, very good. It was Chris Winner. Right. So yeah, that's all done. It's all ready to rock and roll. Yeah. I still want to get planks coming in here, and I've got to expand the distribution. But you know, screw that. We just want to see it work, don't we? Yes. So let's do it. Let's turn off. Am I going to turn off all that stuff? We can turn off the depots for now. We turn off the signals. We don't need to see those. I suppose we want to see the other stuff though. All right, here we go. We're off and running. You wait till you see this. It's freaking awesome. The whole docks area. There's so many ships going backwards and forwards. It's unbelievable. So, first thing we'll do is we'll have a little bit of a look at these Klondikes because I don't think I've used the Klondikes before. So we'll have a little bit of a ride on a Klondike and we'll have a little bit of a look. And these are beautiful paddle steamers. Actually says the Klondike on them. Look at all the details. The models in this game are so good. Look at all the rigging and everything. I mean, God. And look at them all piling out. There's what are we putting, like 14 on, I think? No, there's more than that, isn't there? Because I think we've got 4. God, you know what? I don't even know how many we've got. Let's have a look. We've got, let's see, SF. So we've got SF coal, SF iron, which is kind of ridiculous because they'll both be carrying iron and coal. So actually, let's rename this because it's kind of silly and it's kind of confusing. They're actually all going to be carrying iron, coal. So this will be iron, coal, steel. This will be iron, coal, steel 2. And this one will be, iron, coal. Oh. God, I wish I could type. Steel 1. Because they're all good. All the boats are going to be carrying a mixture. They'll carry a mixture of iron and coal down, only one at a time, right? But yeah, you know what I mean. And then yeah, so that's those two. And I wanted to see how many vehicles we've got. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 on there, and we've got 6 on there. So that's 12 boats. And then we've also got the SF Steel 1 and 2, which is the lines at this end, which of course are going to be steel plus tools plus machines. And how many vehicles we got on there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's another 10. Oh no! Why is a 4 on there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're 1 short on there. Oh, that's right. I put 5 and 4 because this one's a little bit longer. Yeah, that's fine. So we've got, what did I say, 9 and 12. So that's like 21 ships we've put on there. Kind of staggering. Okay, what are we going to look at first? So we were riding on that Klondike, weren't we? Where's that Klondike, is it? Has it gone up there yet? No. Where are you? Oh, I think he's only gone as far as there. Good Lord. It's good. Yeah, that's all he's done. All he's done, he's gone into the docks. But have you picked up any stuff? Let's have a look. Did you pick anything up? No, you didn't pick anything up. That's a shame. But we've got stuff sitting here. We've got iron ore sitting here, which is that's for SF Iron Coal Steel 1. This boat's on Iron Coal Steel 2. So the next boat that comes in is on Iron Coal Steel 2. So he'll pick up this iron ore. Right, now where's the iron ore coming from? Well, the iron ore is coming from here, production 64, and from here, production 66. So we haven't really had a ride on one of these little Fords. Have we? I don't think we have we? Let's have a look. Well, we're going to have a ride on this one anyway. Oh, he's carried iron ore before, because you can see the kind of the leftovers in his truck. Yeah, he's already carried some iron ore. Here we go. Quick trolling to the yard. Oh, yeah, there's iron ore waiting. Load yourself up. Oh, there it goes. He's got a full load. No, well, not quite full load. 7 of 9. And then a quick trip round the shed. And then it's off down the road. Like this gives you kind of the perspective when you're traveling with a little vehicle like that. You realise the size of these boats. They're huge. Oh man, I can't wait until we get to the modern era and we get like the big trucks hauling this stuff around. It's going to be awesome. We can have more of Onion Jack's Volvos. Look how busy it all looks, and the bridges and everything. This is looking. I mean, look at it. It's pretty staggering, don't you think? I've got to do like. Well, I'm not starting another series until I finish these. But when I do another series, because there is going to be another series. I want to do even more ships and stuff. We're going to be doing more ships here, for sure. So, he's here, and he's dropping off his iron ore. There you go. I tell you what, we'll have a little first-person ride with him. Oh my God, look! It's even better in first person. Look at all the boats! And a little bump in the road, I need to smooth that out. But we're kind of going in the wrong direction. What we should do is maybe grab you and have a quick first person ride with you. Because this is just beautiful coming down. Look at all the boats! These buildings are awesome, these dock buildings. They look completely different when you're down at this level, and the cranes and everything. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. When you get right down to this level, oh, it's just awesome. All right, have a quick, you know what? Oh, here we go. Captain's eye view, arriving in port. Look at all the boats queued up. Now, if you're worried about the fact that all of these boats are kind of like queued up and you think, oh my God, it's going to be a nightmare. Don't worry. It's just because it's all the boats piling out of here and they're queuing up to get through here. But once they're through here, right, then there won't be a problem because the boats are only coming in here and going out, and the same, these boats are coming in here and going out. They're not going through here, and it's just these boats waiting to get onto these lines, and then it's just a bit of a mishmash, but it'll clear up. It'll clear up. Don't worry about that. Okay. What next? What next? What next? I don't know. I mean, I could ride on these. I could ride on these ships for like 3 or 4 hours quite happily. I'd really love to maybe redo that bridge, because it's, yeah, it could be a lot more elegant, that bridge. I mean, I guess we can. I mean, we'll live with it for now, but you know what? That's the like one of the things that I didn't get around to terrain smoothing. Let's have just a quick smooth on that, because it's not very nice. So quick smooth there. There was so much terrain work to do. Like I said, I spent about 3 hours. Oh, I've run out of cash. Oh dear me! Come on, give me some more money.